Welcome to the pod. Today's episode, we're going to run through a week in Team Delany. What do we do day by day in Team Delany? So, Callum, kick her off, bud.
All right, well, I actually think that the week starts on a Sunday.
I was going to say, Sunday's got to be first day, doesn't it?
And, most people's weeks start on a Monday, but we start on a Sunday because that's showtime. That's when we're trying to sell our products, our houses for our vendors. So you've got to be full of energy, having, had a rest on Saturday, because we always take Saturdays off so we can spend with family. And then on Sunday, we're full of energy and we can go sell our products. So that's Sunday. We do open homes.
So Sunday's our open home day. How many open homes are we doing?
We'll do anywhere between 6 and 8 each.
Yep.
And
then Ayla obviously does some as well. So as a team, we can do
20 to 25.
Yeah, around 20 on
easily.
Average.
So that's Sunday. And after the Sunday,
well, that's Sunday during open home hours. So that's 10 o'clock in the morning through to 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yep.
We're running open homes. We then venture home, or I do. I'm sure you do. Not sure when you do this next part, whether you do it straight away. I do it straight away.
Yep.
So then I can clock off.
Yep.
So once I get home, get my computer out, send information email for each open home. So follow-up email. So that's property files, everything to do with that property, instructions how to make an offer if they want, answer all those questions, disclosure statements, all that is sent in one email to everybody who attended each individual open home. So for each property.
Yep.
So each property will get an individual email sent out. So everyone who attended has all the information they need about their property by the end of Sunday.
That's correct.
Yeah.
If there's time and you feel like it's appropriate, doing some follow-ups during that period as well.
Yeah.
And that takes us through into Monday. So any last follow-ups that we need to do, we'll do on a Monday.
Yep. So Monday's follow-up day, isn't it, really?
Yep, just making sure we've contacted everyone possible.
Yep.
We've chased the buyers for our vendors.
Yep.
And see if they want to buy it, if they want to have a second viewing, if they want to, put an offer in or have an inspection done or anything like that.
And I think it's important people realise that's you and I doing that. And,
yeah.
and Ayla's doing that on the ones that she does.
Yep.
Right? So that's us doing that on a Monday morning.
Yep.
Before we actually kick into that, though, on a Monday morning, we have to set open homes for the following week.
Yep.
So we've got to make sure we get our open home run scheduled, done, organised for the following week.
Yep.
Yeah. And while we're doing that, Ayla is ticking off the final bit of advertising for the Summit Weekly.
Yep.
Georgia has done it all up to Friday.
Yep.
And if there's any late changes because of what's happened over the weekend, Ayla does that on Monday morning while we're doing the open homes. Then we get into callbacks, which take us through to midday.
Yep. Once we're sort of taking care of that activity that came from the weekend, then we're really sitting down and having a meeting and talking about how we got on with all of that.
Yep.
And we're going through every single listing and writing a list of everything that needs to be done for that property, and that just sparks the activity for the rest of the week, to be fair.
Yep.
Also, Monday is a day that we get phone calls. People tend to make decisions over the weekend. They want to buy a house.
Yep.
They want to list their house.
Yep.
They want to withdraw their house. They want to change the price. So it all happens on a Monday. So it's a very intense day. Not a day that you can really take off because there's a lot of activity.
Yep.
And then Tuesday
we start every Tuesday morning, 9 o'clock, we have our Richmond office team meeting. So we have a meeting with all the team, led by Gordon, for an hour. So that runs from 9 till 10, talking about how everyone's going in the office, general market conditions, anything that's new from the REA or the REINZ. Just in general, talking real estate as a team. Once we complete the meeting at 10 o'clock, we then go on our Summit caravan.
Caravan. We don't actually go on a physical caravan, but we'll go on convoy, and we go to view all of the properties,
all the new listings
in our patch, so we can support each other's vendors because we can all sell each other's listings, and we can then go to the property and go, hey, that would meet Jim and John. Give them a ring straight afterwards. Hey, there's one coming up. Would you like a viewing? Works really well. Then the rest of Tuesday?
Yep. So basically, meeting in caravan is Tuesday morning. And then after lunch on a Tuesday, we would be doing our vendor reports.
Yep.
So that's when we type up our vendor reports or call our vendors or communicate with our vendors in their chosen way, because everyone's different.
Yep.
Giving them an update on where their property's at from the open home, now that we've spoken to everyone, and any other interest. So that's basically Tuesday afternoons. Also Tuesday afternoons, we would do any, maybe people that want a second viewing of a property that viewed at the open home at the weekend, and we may start the process of doing an appraisal on a property from someone who have come through an open home at the weekend. So, Tuesday afternoons are sort of a little bit vendor reporting, and then can be anything else.
Yeah, and I would sort of say that sort of draws a line in the sand as to like tidying up the activity from the last week, and now you're moving into new activities. So we go to visit a lot of properties on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and do appraisals. So we might be visiting a lot of properties on a Wednesday, meeting the owners, and then we'll use Thursday and Friday to type up those appraisals, and we'll be going back and presenting on those days.
So a lot of people don't realise what's involved in an appraisal. So the way we operate when we do an appraisal, which we're generally doing most of them on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, is we'll go and visit the property first, meet the owner, have a chat, check out the property, take any notes, good and bad, and then we come back to the office and we do our homework, right? We research other properties that have sold in the area. That gives us a guide both from a high end and a low end, and then where our property sits in the middle somewhere. All right. These agents that turn up to an appraisal with it already done and they haven't even been to the house, I mean,
no good.
How the hell do you do that?
Yeah.
You know, because every house is different. You don't know what the condition of the house is. You don't know anything about it. Don't know if there's any problems. So you can't do an appraisal on a house by just turning up.
Yeah.
You need to go and you need 2 visits. You need visit number 1 to check it out. We do that generally on a Wednesday, sometimes Tuesday. Then go back, research, write it up, and then go back and present it.
Yep.
We're generally presenting our appraisals back to the owner on a Thursday and Friday.
Yep. And also listing properties on those days
On
as
those
well.
days,
It could be those properties, or it could be ones we did last week. They've decided to go with us. We list them up, and then we start the process of getting all their paperwork done. So Thursdays, Fridays, generally a settlement day.
Yeah.
So we get to hand over gifts and keys.
Happy day.
Happy day.
Yeah.
It's generally slightly quieter. People have got all their activity out of the way. But we do hand over a lot of keys on a Friday. And we're starting to finalise our marketing for the following week.
For
so
weekly,
proofing ads and making sure things are taken care of there. You also, throughout the whole week, you're taking hundreds of phone calls.
Yeah, people don't realise that.
Hundreds of phone calls. You're on the phone all day. That's our job. You're solving problems for people. You're getting building inspections in. I
was going to say, while we're doing all that stuff for appraising and presenting, Ayla is looking after doing any building reports with builders, making sure that LIM reports are organised and ordered. Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of things.
Checking off like all the conditions on all the multiple properties that are under contract are on track. Communicating with buyers, vendors, organising viewings. There's so much.
It's hard to put it all in words actually when you start talking about it.
And then through to Saturday, which is the end of our week, and we take off.
Saturday's our family day. All right, so Team Delany doesn't do any work on a Saturday. We clock off. We think it's very important to spend time with our families, obviously. We've all got different aged children, and you need a break.
Need a break, so you're fresh for Sundays.
Sunday's our show day, so it's game day basically for us. So love Saturdays, great. Love the job, obviously, but it's always nice to have a day off where you know that you don't have to worry about work that day. You can spend it with the family. You can go out for lunch. You can go and watch the kids' sport. You can do whatever you like and not have to worry about work. Yeah, it's good. So,
that's the week in life.
That's the week in life of Team Delany. We haven't said when we start, when we finish, but we don't stop, to be fair.
When things need to be done, they get done.
Yeah. So phone rings, ask our wives often. So, day in the life, week in the life of Team Delany.